3, 2, 1. So was this a bit of a journey for you? This this Electronica journey.
It was a bit. This is the one that's given me the most to think about.
Right.
I mean, all the others coming after this, I've had them at least half, if not all, fully filled in already for about a month.
Sure.
But Electronica, I mean, when you mooted it, I was like, wonder what he means exactly by that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's not talking about long form like Vangelis and John Michael Jamjar and.
Well, we could have. You were.
We can always do that another time.
Yeah.
And I thought, he's probably veering towards, synth bands like Classics Nouveau and Gary Numan and what have you. So I thought, right, I'm going to treat Electronica as the wide open gate it is.
It is a wide open gate. I mean, I'm
going to harvest my crop from wherever I can.
I'd be really surprised if we meld at any point, because
I'm going to be quite surprised if we've got anybody in common.
Great. Okay. So we're entering into this with that in mind.
We bloody well are, and I've got at least one surprise that you won't see coming.
I'm hoping I've got one surprise that you won't see coming, and I'm really hoping that my one surprise that you don't see coming isn't your surprise.
Hey, that's lottery odds, so I would be buying a ticket.
Okay. They said it would never happen. I'm not terribly sure what they said.
You don't want to listen to them. What do they
know? What do they know? So, hello, James. How are you?
I'm all right, young Christopher.
Oh, it's lovely to see you. So, welcome, dear listener, viewer person, to the Old Anorak Radio podcast TV show.
Yes. I was wondering about what to call ourselves, because we're probably going to be podcasting and YouTubing at the same time. So
yeah, PewDubing.
I did think about PodTuber, and then I did go to where you've just went.
A PodTuber. That sounds like a make of potato,
doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a little small potato. Instead of having new potatoes, you have PodTubers.
It's like a potato and a bag of peas had a child, isn't it?
So I'm thinking about you. This is where your first million lies. Jim Lang's PodTubers. for all your bowel needs.
Oh, we can cut it really short and just refer to ourselves as pubes.
Pubes, yeah, that's catchy. It's a word that's never been used before. Anyway, so this week, James, what on earth are we talking about?
Well, apart from that rubbish we've just gone through, we're on about Electronica.
We are, yes. And it was my idea. It kind of feels like
it was.
I feel kind of responsible.
It was all your idea.
Yeah.
It's all his idea, reader.
Oh, right. Hold on.
Yeah.
If it goes well,
yeah.
this is complete down to me. And look at me, I'm brilliant. But this is James and I are creating our own fantasy band, and this week we're trying to glue some musicians from Electronica bands from the 20th century. Now, I'm hoping that we don't collide. I'm hoping there's no matching, that we'll come up with the same people.
I'm confident that there won't be.
Yeah. Okay.
Because as we were saying in the preamble, before the theme music kicked in, I've taken Electronica to be the widest field possible, because I wasn't sure whether you meant long form like Vangelis or classic synth bands like Classic Nouveau.
Yeah.
So I've just gone, right, okay, let's just see who I can find that I can comfortably fit under that label.
Perfect. I'm quite happy with that. I think I did a bit of that myself.
Excellent.
And that's the beauty. So, I mean, with our previous bands, we had bass, we had rhythm guitar, we had lead guitar, we had drummists, singists.
Yeah.
And this feels a bit different.
This is it's open season, isn't it?
It is. It's a brave new world.
Now, do you want me to quickly run through the rules?
You crack on.
Right. So, for those at home that want to play along in the comments, this is how it works. So, every musician must have been active in the 20th century. So, in other words, they must have featured in at least one commercially available recording released before January the 1st in the year 2000. You can pick any number of musicians between 3 and 5. They all have to play different instruments, and you can't have more than one member from the same band. So, and these rules apply to every episode. So you could have Lennon or McCartney from the Beatles, but you can't have both.
That makes sense.
Finally, and this is the most important thing of all, in keeping with the old Anoraks aim to promote and encourage an appreciation of 20th century music, recommend a song or an album by each of your band members for any newbies that pop by that are curious enough to want to listen.
See, I'm immediately feeling that twang of guilt as I really focus on singles, whereas you seem to be more able to focus on.
That's why I said a song or an album.
Yeah.
Because I know we have both covered between us.
Okay, right. So, shall we dive on in?
Go on, show me yours, and then I'll show you mine.
Okay, right. Now, this is weirdly predictable.
Not bloody Akabilk again.
Look, don't knock Akabilk, okay? All right? Well, I'll just take it off then. Right, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to play your stupid game. Look, what's wrong? He was Electronica.
Yes, he was. He was beautifully electronic.
Yeah, he was. Do you know? Interesting fact. He wasn't real. He was AI. He didn't exist. Yeah. So he was just an invention, a fig box of somebody's imagination. Anyway.
Wow.
So
1960s AI.
It was cardboard.
Would have been a guy with crayons and cardboard.
See, I'm immediately thinking Blake 7, which was a kind of a spaceship on a stick.
Still crayons and cardboard, wasn't it?
It was great though, wasn't it? So, for your delectation, for my first band member, it's the Beach Boys, and the musical instrument is the theremin. But more accurately, the electro theremin, which was actually invented by and played by Paul Tanner on Good Vibrations in 1966. So not only did he play the theremin, he decided that the existing theremin that had been invented yonks earlier didn't fit his needs. So he actually invented a different theremin to play in Good Vibrations in 1966.
So Mr. Theremin's toy wasn't good enough for him.
So I've really listen. I've really spoiled you this time, because you know how I was banging on about singles and albums. This comes from. So not only was it a single in its own right, Good Vibrations, but it also it appeared in the album Pet Sounds that came out later that year. Get me?
Excellent.
Look at that. The theremin.
Wow, that's proper Anorak stuff. Yeah.
Thank you very much. What have you got for me?
What have I got? Well, I'm starting off slightly less esoteric.
Ooh.
So I'm going to kick off with my synth and keyboards man, and I've chosen Richard Wright from Pink Floyd.
Ah, right. They were groundbreaking as well, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he was a founder member along with Sid Barrett and Roger Waters and Nick Mason.
Right.
Now he's credited as being a keyboarder, play on all the albums. But crucial to this fantasy band of mine is the fact that he was around at the time of the birth of the synthesizer.
Right.
So it's someone that would have seen it develop and mature and come of age in the 80s as well.
So it would have been a lot more hard work. I mean, the stuff that we can do on computers now is we can produce any old racket.
That's it. But I'm sure that the early examples he got to play with in the late 60s, early 70s would be a world of difference to the things I had in the 80s.
Yeah, wow.
So yeah, and I'm going to recommend an obvious recommended list in here. Just get your ears around Dark Side of the Moon.
Yes. I recently rediscovered that. I discovered it quite recently, and for some reason I put that down as music that I don't listen to. You know, back in the day when I was a trendy youth and I just liked my punk rockets.
Yeah, well, that's probably because you punk rockets were quite anti-prog.
We were anti everything.
You know, all of that self-indulgent noodling would have been dismissed.
Yeah. And that's another word. I hadn't realised that noodling was actually a proper word for it. When I first heard noodling, I thought that's a really good word for it. And
it turned out it was something to do with Chinese cooking.
I did, yeah. And I can imagine, if you cook your string. Anyway, good. So, Far Side of the Moon. What year did that come out?
1973 on Capitol Records.
1973. Oh, see, you named a record. Okay, so
who's your second in command?
So this is a kind of development on the theremin theme.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you don't see the Beach Boys as kind of classy enough, the theremin from the early part of the 20th century, the theremin actually became seen as an instrument that could be in orchestras, proper,
Mm-hmm.
And the very first person to play it in a proper orchestra was a young woman called Clara Rockmore. And I listened to this for much longer than I should have. What I discovered was I listened to Ave Maria, and it was brilliant on a theremin, and this was released long after she had shuffled off her mortal coil in 2017. But because the music was 1,000 years ago, I'm going to allow it. I don't care what you think. I'm going. So. And the album is called Clara Rockmore's Lost Theremin Album. So Ave Maria on that. It's just superb. And I mean, if that's not electronica, I know it's another theremin. I will not be talking about theremins anymore. Okay,
that's okay. Yeah. It'll be my turn to do that next.
Yeah, brilliant. Do you want me to tell you a little bit more about theremins before I don't care. I'm going to tell you more about theremins. It was actually invented by the Russian physicist Lev Sergeyevich Terman. But he became known as Leon Theremin because the Americans, basically. Mm-hmm. So they went, no, that sounds a bit Russian, mate. So we're gonna call you Leon Theremin. I don't care who you identify as. And that was the very first electronic musical instrument. So ends my TED Talk.
That's fantastic.
Thank you very much. See what you've created. See what you've created.
I've created a monster. Oh, but proper Anorak in there.
I know. Really off the... Yeah.
Now, do you remember a few minutes ago I was... cockily saying, I don't think there's going to be any crossover here. I'm quite confident, etc., etc. I'm assuming you're passing it back to me.
Yes, it is coming right back to you. And
can you guess where I'm going?
There's no way Clara Rockmore. No.
Claire Reisenberg.
Oh,
That was her maiden name, by the way.
no!
It's the same woman.
No, it's not.
It bloody well is, yes.
That is nuts.
Yeah, yeah.
Holy...
So I started off on this little section,
What?
and under this band member, I started off by saying, my next band member plays an instrument without keys or strings or things to bang or even anything to hold. You could say she plays fresh air.
And she does, and they did.
Yeah,
And I've spoiled it for you. I've spoiled it for
you've enhanced it, Christopher.
our
because
listener who's just thinking.
I've got slightly different things to offer here.
Ah.
Now, Claire Rockmore, or Reisenberg, as she was originally, was born in 1911,
Yeah.
and she was a violin prodigy
Yes,
to begin with.
Yes.
And then she was the youngest ever pupil at St. Petersburg Conservatory at the age of 4.
Wow.
And then when she developed tendinitis in her teens, she had to stop playing. But then a chance meeting with Mr. Theremin led to her being introduced to his instrument. Snigger.
You've cheapened yourself.
I have. I couldn't help it.
But playing fresh air, that's that's going to help your RSI.
Yeah, absolutely. So yes, she did play in orchestras. She even toured with Paul Robeson as well.
Right.
And the album you're referring to,
Yes.
which you were clinging on to, thinking, oh, it's 2017. I know it doesn't count, but it must do. We can get around that.
Okay.
We can sidestep that because she did record a proper album in 1977
Oh, right.
called The Art of the Theremin,
The Art of the Theremin.
which was co-produced by a Mr. Robert Moog.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, see the circles coming, completing themselves.
Jim, we've had a proper nerd off here.
Haven't we just? Yeah?
Crikey. Are you still with us, dear? Oh, listener, are you still with us? Just hang on in there.
Give them a prod, make sure they're awake.
Oi. I mean, if this will help put you to sleep at night. You know, there's a lot of problems with people. Yeah, that is incredible.
Hey, what about that?
That is fantastic. And I didn't know she had 2 names. That's just the bees.
Again, like Mr. Terman,
Yeah.
emigrating to America, they anglicised the names.
Right. Wow.
Although
See,
Rockmore was a married name, so
yeah. So there were some really weird twists and turns that will go on this particular little journey. So.
yeah.
So this next one it's not quite frivolous, but it's
See if you end up matching up what I've got to finish with, I'll fall off this bloody chair.
See, I think we've been hanging about too long. And
with each other, you mean?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yes, of course, with each other. Yes, I mean, I'm not saying that we should both just die.
Well, that would be a great episode. I hope we get plenty of views for that one.
Yeah, the dispatches. Yeah.
All right. Better
So-
get a like.
So, I have David Bowie.
This is your number 3, isn't it?
Yeah, playing the stylophone on Space Oddity in 1969.
Yeah.
That bit.
Yeah. And you know who else has got that?
You haven't got that.
Nobody in this conversation.
That's good. That's good. So I'm also thinking, that David Bowie could fit into the band because I understand that he was a good singist as well. So
Well, that's the thing. I mean,
we could have him on the stylophone.
Well, absolutely, because if you're picking people that can double up,
Yeah.
then you get so much more depth to your band.
I mean, they're rapidly turning into an Electric Light Orchestra with 400,000 people on the stage. More people on the stage than there are in the audience. So it came. Do you know? I've done it again with this one. Because I was thinking, I need to sort of up my game with James. This came from the album, which was really imaginatively named David Bowie. Or
Wow.
Bowie.
That must have taken ages to dream up.
Can you imagine coming up with that? Your name's David Bowie, and that was released in 1969. So, David Bowie, singist, stylophone, fantastic.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So, where are we at?
Right, so that was your third one. Time
Yeah.
for my third one then.
Yeah.
So we need a bit of percussion here to kind of,
Oh, yeah.
just hold things down and just guide things along. So I've gone for probably the man you could say is most identifiable with a synth drum sound in the 80s,
Yeah.
Phil Collins.
Right. Yes, of course. See, I immediately when you say Phil Collins drums, I immediately think of a gorilla playing in an advert. But right.
I think of In the Air Tonight,
Right.
and it's got
right.
that huge, great, long intro.
Yes. Yes.
And I think it's over halfway before the drums kick in with that
Yeah.
genuinely iconic doosh, doosh, doosh.
Yeah.
That was taken right from the record, that sample there.
It was like being there. Yeah.
Yeah, I was worried I was going to lurch into EastEnders for a second there.
Very similar.
Yeah.
Very
That's
similar.
it. There's your divorce papers, Andrew, your Merry Christmas.
I love you, Kath, but I ain't no good for you because that's an alcoholic. Yeah. Do you know, if this doesn't work out, we know where our future lies.
What, drink?
Drink, yeah, mainly drink. Any other drug-based product is welcome. Yeah. So, all right, good. I'd say
yeah, that's my percussion.
Oh, right. Now, I've got to say, I haven't done very well on the percussion front because I forgot about it.
Well, it's Electronica, isn't it?
Yeah, because you can do anything with
Before you jump in with your number 4, just for the recommended listening on this one, I'm going with the first album, his debut, Face Value.
Right.
From 1981, because that's got In the Air Tonight on it, as well as I Missed Again.
So this is him on his own because he broke out.
It's him as a solo, yeah. He was in Genesis. It's well known he was in Genesis, but it's also well known that during the 80s there was no difference between the two. It was like listening to his backing band.
Sure. So that was another case of stuff that I actually quite liked, but I couldn't say I quite liked it because I was, I was being a punk rocket.
Oh, you were too cool for school.
I was too cool for school. And then when you told me you liked Elvis, that really just blew my world apart. And I thought, well, I can like it. I can like anybody. I can tell people I like the Beach Boys and Theremins and shit.
Yeah, that's it.
Right. So,
I mean, who would have heard of a theremin back then?
I know. You can actually buy a theremin on Amazon now, and I think it's about £50. Now, I'm tempted.
I'm sure I've had a go on one.
Really?
Yeah, and I cannot remember the circumstances.
Yeah.
But it was a very long time ago. But I've got a vague memory of just fiddling around with my hand and going closer to this aerial and further away and up and down.
Right.
And,
this wasn't your
God
early
knows what the
career
details are.
As a burglar, and you thought, I can't break into Mr. Theremin's house and not have a shot of this. And he's woken up when you go, woo! I win. No.
Yeah, I was trying to pretend to be a jazz playing spectre of Christmas past.
Put a sheet over your head. Yeah, I hopefully we've pulled you into that beautiful Halloween-esque piece of drivel.
Yes, only a week late. How punctual are we?
We are yeah. Well, no, we're early for next year.
Sorry, of course.
That's where we're at. So, right.
Yes, Christopher, you're number 4.
Now, these guys were kind of vaguely predictable, but this is a track that is less, I don't know, well known, and it's a bloke called Liam Howlett. He's not as well known as the lead singer, whose first name escapes me. His second name is Flint. But anyway,
Flint?
It's a Prodigy. Look, don't.
Oh,
Keith. Keith Flint, yeah. So I didn't write it down because I thought I'd remember it, but I'm 60, I don't remember anything. So the track was Out of Space, and this is really, it's really lovely. If you go onto the tube review,
make a nice change to Firestarter, won't it?
Well, it was a few years before Firestarter, and the other stuff, was really edgy and angry, and Out of Space was a bunch of lads bouncing around a friend's farm with what could be best described as workers' outfits and personal protection clothing on, as they just danced and just...
You mean overalls and codpieces?
Pretty much. And the track itself is really notable because several times throughout it has got the comedy boing, which just fills my little heart with joy.
Your little West Bromwich supporting heart.
Yes, that's it. Yeah. So that came out in your 1992. And it is so different from what they produce, and when you hear it, you'll think, hold on, that doesn't. I'm not.
It doesn't ring any bells whatsoever.
Yeah. I remember the first time I heard
again?
Out of Space.
Out of Space.
Yeah, really cracking me. And it's from the album I couldn't be bothered looking it up. So
that's all right. If you stick to songs, and I'll stick to albums.
Cool. Right. So what have you got?
My number 4. Well, I've got my singist. Now I went for someone who's. I mean, I've already used the word iconic once today, and I hate to overuse it because it's one of those poor words that's been done to death by people with a lack of imagination. But it's a genuinely iconic singer from the 80s. It's Annie Lennox.
Oh, good call. Right.
So, I mean, she's got one of those distinctive voices, and along with Phil Collins, I felt we needed a couple of people just to ground the band. Because we've got quite a few experimentalists here. And she can also write a lyric or two too, which is nice.
They were amazing.
Now, the recommended listening I'm going to go with for her would be from her Eurythmics days. And it's Touch.
Right. I don't know.
Which came out in 1983.
Right.
If the...
Oh, look. Yes, that is... And that is...
You recognise that?
I recognise that very much. Yeah. How cool was she? And continues to be
bloody cool.
Yeah. Ridiculously cool. Oh, good call. I like that. Yeah.
So...
now...
over to you for your number 5.
So my number 5 will be, unfortunately, followed by my number 6 because my number 6 is more of a social comment rather than, but it is. Look, I'll do a number 5 and then I'll
right.
So
just go ahead and do it because I've got a postscript to my number 5 anyway.
So Joe Meek.
Oh yes, yeah.
He was the producer of the band The Tornadoes, and the track was called Telstar.
Yeah.
And he played all kinds of recording-y bits and knobbly twiddling bits. I read this, and apparently he played a Lyric TR-16S. If that means anything to you. You are welcome.
Oh, brilliant they were. 0 to 60 in like half an hour.
But theirs was celebrating I think it was either the first satellite in space or the first...
It was the first communication satellite.
Yeah, in space. So, and that's why they produced it there in 1962. But there was actually a film, the Joe Meek story, and it's a cracker. And
it's a bit crazy, isn't it?
It is a bit crazy, but it's kind of good fun, and I think it probably cost about £20 to make, but lovely stuff.
It is good fun, but you know what? It doesn't come out as a particularly nice person.
I know. I think I wanted him to come out being a lot nicer.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Having said that, I knew a little bit about him before I saw it anyway.
Sure. But the thing that really it reminded me of the first time I heard it when I was a child, and I just remember thinking,
Like Telstar.
yeah, and thinking, my life is now complete. This is the greatest piece of music of all time.
It was wild, isn't it, when you first heard that as a kid?
It's wild.
It was like, I don't know, it was like shadows on helium.
Nuts.
Instead of dum-da-dum-da-dum-da-dum.
Yeah, suddenly
there was like this otherworldly thing,
Yeah.
It would have been perfect in Thunderbirds.
Oh, definitely. Very exciting. So if you've never heard Telstar, do yourself a favour, get out onto the tube of you and just dive in.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
But I've got a follow-up little anecdote about Joe Meek, because apparently Phil Spector heard about the work he was doing, because he was quite an innovator. He made all his own equipment. And so Spector phoned him up one day to ask him if he'd like to collaborate.
Okay.
And Meek wasn't the most emotionally stable of personalities, and he was already paranoid about Spector stealing his ideas. So he picked up the phone and went, "Just fuck off. I'm not working with you. You could go away. Stop stealing my stuff." All words to that effect. And so we didn't get the dream team
because
of
he would
innovation.
have had the success that he craved. I mean, because he never, after Telstar, he never really hit anything very high.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry.
he had I think it was the number one with John Layton and Johnny Remember Me.
Johnny, remember me. That was a cracker as well. I like that a lot.
Oh, it's great, and that's quite moody. It's a really good, understated Halloween tune.
Yeah. You always want a ghost in a song, don't you? And fantastic. So, on to you.
Yeah, wow, what a nerd out this has turned into.
It has, hasn't it?
So, number 5. Where are you? There you are. Now, I thought about what to put down for this band member's instrument. And the best I could come up with was backroom boffin. Yeah, backroom boffin, because I've got, like I said to you at the start, I've viewed electronica in its widest sense.
Yeah.
And I've harvested accordingly. So this is Delia Derbyshire.
That was
a composer and innovator.
That was my bit that I was going to add on at the end, but you crack on, son.
Oh, have we crossed again?
Look at that. That is incredible. It's Delia
Bloody
Derbyshire.
hell.
Can you imagine the two of us? Carry on.
Both getting Claire Rockmore and Delia Derbyshire.
That is nuts. Yeah.
That is crazy. That is. So anyway, she was a composer of electronic music for television and radio with the BBC Radiophonic Workshop.
From what I can make out, she was the BBC Radiophonic Workshop.
I think you probably are right there.
Yeah. Sorry, crack on.
But, I mean, she worked there from the early 60s onwards. And being Auntie Beeb and their policy of not crediting staff on recordings, it means her contributions was just overlooked.
It's nuts.
But she was quite influential. Yeah, obviously she's going to be influential.
Yeah.
She was responsible for the Doctor Who theme. But artists that have quoted her as being an influence include Aphex Twin and the Chemical Brothers.
No.
So no slouches.
No.
But going back to the Doctor Who theme, which was written by Ron Grainer. When he first heard what she'd put together based on the music he'd written, he was amazed by her arrangement and asked, "Did I really write this?"
Oh, that's lovely. That really is lovely.
To which Delia replied, "Most of it."
Oh, that is so nice.
It is, but I've got a little postscript, like I said.
Yeah.
Again, Phil Spector and Joe Meek crop up.
Oh, right.
And it's just in the context of how the male of the species in music gets recognised so often.
That's right.
To the detriment to the female. I just thought I didn't expect us both to have them.
Isn't
But I
that
think
wild?
it's just so nice that
Yeah.
Claire Rockmore or Reisenberg and Delia Derbyshire have both been credited here for their innovations.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was my favourite Doctor Who as well. I think it was John Pertwee was the...
Yeah, that was the first one I remember as a kid.
Yeah. But yeah,
and I really liked him, but my
yeah.
favourite, I think, was Tom Baker.
Tom Baker, nice, yeah. Cybermen, behind the sofa, right. So
there's no room to get a sofa in here. I'm done for.
We're doomed. Now, my sad postscript of her, and I think I have to think that, you know, because she produced this astonishing piece of music that was everywhere, and yet nobody gave her recognition for it. She died in 2001 at the age of 64. With
tragically.
a mixture of depression and alcoholism. And you think, you know, if she'd been given the recognition, would that have happened? I mean, she still managed to get her way into different bands, and
I mean, she's done more than 99.99% of humanity. Because
yeah.
She's got a bit of history to herself.
Yeah.
Most people are forgotten within a couple of generations.
I know. But I was reading this stuff.
That's a sad.
I was reading about it. I was listening to it, and I felt both joy and rage as I sort of went through her story. I yelled at the lovely Mrs. Young, the lovely Ella, saying, "This can't be right. What can we do?" So we now have a statue of her in the garden. I don't think
that's
I'll make
lovely.
it. Yeah, thanks. Her in the embrace with David Tennant, we thought that'd be sort of a lovely picture. Maybe not. Maybe that I made that up.
So have they got entwined sonic screwdrivers and theremins just to drag the other one into?
Yeah, absolutely. And when you walk past it, you actually break into the theremin sphere of influence, and you make your own kind of music. It's beautiful.
I thought you were going to end by saying abusement there.
Abusement, yeah.
Amusement, I meant to say.
Yeah. So there we are. Wow, what a journey, James. Crikey.
Yeah, absolutely.
And two of them are the same.
I didn't expect those two particularly.
Yeah, I didn't expect any, to be fair.
Well, me neither, but I was quite confidently sitting here thinking, I've got this. It turned out we've both got this.
Yeah. I love the fact that we went for the theremin. I too, as soon as I've got a bit of cash in the bank, that theremin is going to arrive on my desk, and I'll play soothing music to the masses.
You serenade the missus.
Yeah, and she'll quietly put me to sleep with a hammer, I think.
I mean, if this was 1970s, I'd say all you need to do is to yank an aerial off a car and whack it in a battery.
I have when I was little, and this might come as a surprise to you.
You were little? Oh, sorry, not that bit.
I was a rapscallion, and somebody at my street had decided to buy a sports car, and they bought the sports car.
Can you remember what it was?
It was red, and and I thought that aerial looked great, so I thought I'd
whack.
Well, first of all, I twanged it because twanging it was nice, and I twanged it until it came off in my hand. And I did what any youth would do. I think I must be 6 or 7. I ran off home with it and hid it under my bed. And my parents were having I heard them have a conversation with this guy saying, "Your son has stolen an aerial off my car," and them going, "He wouldn't do such a thing. Christopher.
He's a nice wee boy."
And I had to say yes. And had I had pocket money, it would have been taken out of my pocket money. But instead they had me electrocuted. which I thought was reasonable.
Well, you seem to have thrived on it.
Yeah, well, we electrocuted using a theremin. So I knew the bit of story. So it was an overcharged theremin, and that might not be true either. So anyway, wow, what a journey!
Yeah, absolutely.
So what are we planning on doing next time, James?
Next week?
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say that, and I'm just looking it up.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Next week, we're going to be firmly with our feet on the ground.
Feet on the ground.
It's going to be the country show.
Ah, brilliant. That's a rich vein. Now, I'd be shocked and stunned if we come up with the same acts.
The same gadgets.
And viewers in that particular one. No, there's no way. I will.
You know, I'd have said that confidently about the show.
I will
we're
bet
just
these
coming to an end of.
staples on it, or anything else I can find on my desk that might be.
I'll see your staples, and I'll raise you this bit of old plastic.
Oh, bit of old plastic. Oh, crikey! Yeah. I didn't realise the stakes were going to get so high so quickly. So brilliant. Really looking forward to that. It's the research that I don't think. I'll go straight off the show and I'll just go straight into that, and we'll be lost in that world with people banging on my door saying, "Please, stop."
Stop the yeehaw-ing. We can't sleep.
Well, that's not country, is it? Anyway.
That was Cotton Eye Joe, wasn't it?
Yeah, of course it was. It was. Was it? Yeah.
I was just remembering as soon as you lurched into that little snippet.
Yeah.
And it might be a modern myth. It might even be true, and I don't care. But there was stories going around at the time that in parts of America, I think it was Texas, was named. When that would come on the jukebox, people didn't like it very much. They would shoot the jukebox.
Nice. That's a lovely image. Yeah.
It's like, it just takes me back to Elvis, the TV critic.
Well, no, the story that I don't know about. So Elvis, the TV critic.
Oh, the story about how he used to shoot the TVs in Graceland.
No, not Elvis. Not that lovely boy Elvis. No.
He wasn't a happy puppy.
Oh dear. Well, looking forward to that. So, dear listener, what James, what do we want from our eager listener, viewer person?
Well, we want them to tune in and join in.
Yeah. And
get your fantasy band in the comments and tell us who your electronic top 5 are.
Yeah,
or 4. It's up to you.
Or 6. I mean, well, mine wasn't a 6 in the end because he stole it. And do what you like, but join in. It'd be lovely.
Yeah. And remember, you've got to have a recommended tune for someone to listen to.
And just to let you know, the Wombles aren't Electronica. Okay.
Are they not?
I don't think so. I'm sure we could be proved otherwise. Yeah, I'm scanning the 3-album box set.
I'm just thinking that perhaps some way down the line we might have to do kids tunes.
Yeah, and that'll be further nerding off.
Kids tunes with puppets or I think they call the folk that dress up in costumes like the Wombles skin jobs. I'm sure that's a term.
Hold on, that sounds a bit Blade Runner to me. Yeah.
It does a bit, doesn't it?
Ding, 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 ding. That was Vangelis. No, was it Vangelis? I think it was. Yeah. Anyway, why didn't we have Blade Runner in this?
Probably because neither of us took the long form route.
Yeah. And we didn't want to be predictable. Yeah.
Which led to us, having almost half the band the same.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Fantastic.
Nobody loves a smart ass except another smart ass.
I know. I feel like my nerdiness has been sated this week.
It's nice to see your inner anorak awakening.
Yeah, use the farce, young Skywalker. Use the farce. So you can find us on the Tube of You. You can find us on the Substack. What is the Substack where they will find us?
It is theoldanorak.substack.com.
Yeah. And you can find us on Blue Sky. Da-da-dee-dee. Nothing but. And what have we imaginatively called that?
Sorry, I was too busy giggling.
Don't you like? That's called Blue. That's called the Old Anorak as well. Just in case you want to venture into the world of Blue Sky.
Yes, it is.
So I think that's goodbye from me. I think I've had a lovely time, and it's been a real hoot.
Me
Country.
too. It has.
So
dust your Stetson off for next week.
Yeah, dust your Stetson off. Until then, have a bit of this.